Okay. 8, 7, 5, 4.
Hello, everyone. I wish you a good day, a good afternoon, and a good evening. Welcome to the final debate of the spUN High School Debaters Tournament 2024. We are excited to be broadcasting today's debate from the International National Space Society's Space Development Conference, the ISDC in Los Angeles, California. Our debaters are here in their home countries, but our audience, judge, moderator, and assistant are on site at the ISDC. Judge Kevin Simmons will be giving us feedback and announcing the winner at the end of the debate. And I am the moderator and facilitator for this 2024 spUN Tournament Room, and my name is Mana Nicolau, and Francis Delutri is assisting. Now, I would like to read the following statement to you. The winning team is chosen based on their skill and effort, not on any preset NSS position. NSS clearly believes that humanity should continue to explore, develop, and settle space. However, NSS also believes that open, honest debate will facilitate that goal. It is important that space advocates understand and be able to express the anti-space case. No statement by any debater or coach is an official position of NSS. Now, let's meet our debaters. The affirmative position is held by Team SLIM. SLIM is an acronym for Smart Lender for Investing the Moon, which is currently located on the moon, and will look into the reduction in the size and weight of equipment used in moon landings and investigate the moon's origins. It is a JAXA program. The team is coached by Nathan Glancy, who is currently coaches high school debate in Illinois and the University of Wyoming and summer debate institutes. Nathan's space interests focus on resource usage in space and the application of international law to space-based development. Team SLIM, please give us your name and the country you're representing.
You're all on mute.
You're on mute. We can hear you. Team SLIM? Someone else from Team SLIM?
Hello everyone, I'm the second speaker of Team Slim. My name is Doina and I represent Romania.
Welcome.
Hello everyone, I'm the third speaker from Team Slim. My name is Vivan and I'm representing India.
Hello everyone, I'm the last speaker of the affirmative team. My name is Ioana and I'm representing Romania as well.
Hello everyone, I'm the first speaker of the affirmative team and I'm representing C.
Welcome everyone. Next, we'll hear from Team Capstone, an acronym for Cislunar Autonomous Positioning System Technology Operations and Navigation Experiment, and it is a lunar orbiter that is testing and verifying the calculated orbital stability planned for the Lunar Gateway Space Station. The team is coached by Eric Otto, who is a social studies teacher at Niles West High School in Skokie, Illinois. He has coached debate for schools within the district for the last 14 years. He holds 3 master's degrees, a Juris Doctor, and a Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy and Political Science. He loves to travel the world and meet people from different cultures. This is his second year preparing students for the spUN debates. Team Capstone, please give us your name and the country you're representing.
Hello everyone, I am Shyamashri. I'll be the first negative speaker from Team Capstone and I'm representing India.
Hello everyone, I am Jasaret. I am representing the second speaker of the negative team and I am representing Mexico.
Hello everyone, my name is Andrei Prunea and I'm representing Romania. I will be the third speaker today.
Hello everyone, I am Adarsh Adhikari of team from India.
Welcome everyone. If anyone has a question, please raise your hand in your participants icon on your screen. Please mute your mic unless you're speaking, and only the presenter team and judge should turn on their videos unless directed by the moderator. Now, let's get started. We'll hear from the first speaker from Team Slim, representing the affirmative position for the 2024 resolution. Space development would best be performed by autonomous AI and robotic systems. Team Slim, your first speaker may begin your affirmative intro. You have 4 minutes.
Esteemed judges, I'm the first speaker of the affirmative team. At the start of this debate, I'll read the resolution and define some of its words. It goes: space development is best performed by autonomous AI and robotic systems. We define space development as a process in which humanity develops its sphere of influence outside Earth's borders. For example, sending satellites, landing rovers on other celestial bodies, or building space colonies. We define autonomous AI as an operating system that does not require any human input to do its job, and can adapt and learn from previous situations in order to improve in the future. However, that doesn't mean it can't be monitored or can't give the data it gathers to humans. Over the past years, and that of today, 19 people have died in 5 separate space missions. 3 of the flights had flown above the command line, and 1 was intended to do so. In each of these accidents, the entire crew was killed, and that just proves on how one tiny human mistake can destroy the lives of multiple people. Emphasis on human mistake. That's not including the conditions the astronauts of the so-called successful missions had and have to go through. As space is a really harsh environment that's also unforgiving. Our human bodies are not meant to adapt to it. To count a few, some of the negative health effects of the microgravity of space would be blood pressure problems, eye and vision issues, loss of bone and muscle mass, etc. All of those not only can shorten the lifespan of astronauts, they also limit how space missions can go. They can be long-term, or the effects could be fatal. And even though one might argue space safety is also being developed, that doesn't deny space a dangerous place that still is a risk to venture into no matter the precautions one might take. The point is, now there is a solution to save all of these heroes from death or illnesses: autonomous AI. It has been the focal point of development for multiple years now, by being able to calculate, decision make, analyze data it observes, all of that on its own, even more efficiently than humans, reducing the possibility of human errors, which ruined some of the major space development missions like Voyager 2, who, because of a wrong prompt, oriented its antenna away from Earth, making us unable to communicate with it. Sending space missions and developing space and with autonomous AI would be a great solution to lower our losses and have more effective missions. Not only does it help us stop risking human lives, which shouldn't be sacrificed for any reason, it also allows us to send more long-term or risky development missions, as the cost of metal is much less than human life. An argument one might present is job loss. How will AI make those astronauts and scientists lose their jobs? But an extremely invalid argument. Just like every single development that happened from the beginning of humanity, anything that makes a job unnecessary presents even better jobs. It enhances human role, from doing mundane tasks like gathering data from space to more complex and rewarding tasks like analyzing said data and achieving results from it, monitoring AI and developing AI itself. This has been an argument every time a new technology shows. For example, the Luddite movement in the early 19th century was a movement in England where textile workers protested against the introduction of machinery because they feared losing their jobs. The move diminished because of how many economic benefits and new opportunities started to pop after the spread of those machines. Now, to mention that if we keep risking and sacrificing more people into that void, we will also destroy the lives of their families. The families of the smart yards will connect the idea of space development with the loss of their loved ones, which will eventually snowball into public perception, linking space development with death and sacrifice instead of it really should be. Human advancement and space research, the epitome of human curiosity and achievement. Knowing all this can be avoided by sending autonomous missions instead, why should we be stubborn and develop space above a foundation of blood and loss? Why should universalization be built on sacrifice instead of being built at the concept it represents, the connection between humans themselves? And that was my speech.
Thank you. Please bring your cameras up. And now we begin a 3-minute prep time for the NEG team to prepare a cross-ex. If the NEG team is ready to move on before the 3-minute has elapsed, please indicate to me and we will proceed. You have 1 minute of prep time left. Okay, prep time is up. Now, speaker -1 of Team Capstone, please begin your 2 minute cross-ex of F1.
Okay, so you said about that AI will be completely autonomous. Okay, so if the AI makes a mistake, how will you rectify that?
Just like how AI can make a mistake, humans can also make, and I presented an example, though I'd like to remind that humans
So
will
wait,
forever be making
so
mistakes.
you accept that AIs make mistakes.
Of
So well,
course,
in human
as
case, you can rectify a human, but AIs will be autonomous. We have no control in them, so we won't be able to rectify them. But if a human is working, we can ask him or her to rectify their errors.
well, uh, just as AI can make mistakes, I'd like to remind you that the humans can, and also you can't really say that AI can make more mistakes because as the AI is autonomous, humans in space are also autonomous and represent themselves.
Okay, no, I never said that AI can make more mistake. I said that if a human makes mistake, you can ask him or her to rectify their mistakes, but you cannot do with an autonomous AI since we do not have control in it.
Well, do you think that rectifying a mistake that could be fatal and kill humans is more important than the lives of the humans themselves?
What if the mistake results into an a fateful event?
Again, whatever happens in space, if autonomous AI is there, it will be much cheaper than the loss of human
Okay,
lives there.
okay. So you said that humans will never venture into space, but what about the dreams of humans settling on other planets? How will that be fulfilled if we never go to space?
While space development is the enhancing of influence, that doesn't mean that the AI can't just pave the path and make the settlements and be the place where humans could go, but as visitors, not as developers and inventors. They don't need to go
Okay,
and make the stations; they can just visit.
Unfortunately,
okay,
your
okay.
time is up. We'll have to move on.
Time is up. Time is up.
Okay, now your opening argument, speaker -1 of Team Capstone, you have 4 minutes.
Hello everyone, I am Shama Shri of Team Capstone and I will be the first negative speaker today. We agree with the definition the affirmative side has presented, but I would like to redefine the following terms. Universalization, the unity of communities and that confront the whole world to globally cooperate searching for common grounds to ensure the wellness of humanity, not only in economic aspects, but also in social and cultural and political ones too. Community is defined by how its members share common values, morals, ethics, and how they interact with each other to grow as individuals. Space development is the extension of human activities beyond space into in the solar system and creating permanent and semi-permanent human bases. As we take autonomous AI is a type of AI that would work without human intervention. As we steps toward universalization and universe, giving autonomous control to AI is an idea that keeps surfing. Today, my argument and I will argue why we believe that the status quo needs to be maintained. AI systems are not yet ready to be given autonomous control. This is not because just AI is incapable, but also that the loss of control over them might cause. U.S. Secretaries of Exchange and Commission Gary Gensler stated that AI are becoming more complex workplace and it's making difficult for them to be corrected. AI systems are vulnerable to threats like hacking and malfunctions. NPR and NBC News have published that in 2023 of May, a viral fake story of bombing of Pentagon was published. AI can make mistakes that can be fatal. CNN and NBC News have reported that one of the Uber self-driving cars killed a woman in Arizona back in March 2018. AI ineffectual in making ethical decisions that, and it does not possess a moral compass like humans do, which is needed to inspire the concept of universalization. I quote the Washington Report: AI is making it easy for anyone to create propaganda outlets and producing content that can be hard to differentiate from real news. AI does not possess the quality of righteousness. It isn't like it can be programmed easily. MIT states that developing consciousness in AI is not without considering an out and out research of human consciousness. Human consciousness, which facilitates us to possess ethics, is still a scientific mystery. Owen Greenrich said that human brain is far the most complex physical object that we have seen. All this implies that AI needs human companionship. AI and humans both have flaws. They can rectify each other, and this will increase the rate of progress. One such example is CMON in ISS that was developed back in March in 2018 by Airbus IMB partnered with ESA. That helps the astronaut on board as deep space research can be mentally challenging. Humans play a crucial role in training AIs, and humans can be the moral compass these AIs lack. AI can be manipulated if not administered by humans. This happened with the delivery service DPD after customers showed that the online chatbots could be manipulated into swearing and criticizing the company. AI, instead of replacing humans, can help small workers improve their skill set and enrich their living condition. This will enhance the concept of universalization. With this, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you.
Thank you too. Now, affirmative 1 from Slim. Please start your cross-ex. You're allotted 2 minutes.
Okay, so you said that AI can be manipulated. Can't you say the same things for humans, as they can also either be manipulated or manipulate their actions to help their countries and their place of origin, just like how people will manipulate AI?
Okay, so when if an AI is manipulated, you cannot take action against it because it's a non-living being. You cannot you cannot change the complete system. It's autonomous. It's out of your control now. But if a human makes mistake or is being manipulated, he or she could be said to step aside for a minute, and you can ask human to rectify themselves. AI, which are autonomous, they can do that. They will work on their own, and they cannot be in we cannot interpret, like we cannot just say that okay, this is enough, because they're out of our control. As you said, it will be autonomous and with no human intervention. That was autonomous is.
Okay, okay. You are saying that you can't really change AI and its manipulation after it's done. But can't you see that AI has been being upgraded, and you can really undo the manipulation by removing the corrupt data, trained data, and giving it new trained data and new non-manipulative prompts?
Can I answer? Well, when you say corrupt data, it means there is a system error. But AIs, as I said, they don't have consciousness. They can make ethical mistakes, which is not a system error. It is something that they do not think like us. They don't have moral consciousness like us. It's not a system error
I'm
in them.
saying
Like it's
that
just a change
just
that
like
okay.
you, the person that manipulated or the
Okay, I will answer
place
that.
that
So
manipulated
humans
the
can be
AI, you can really
rectified
undo the
and they.
manipulation by the same way you
Your
manipulated
time is
itself.
up.
I'm sorry, I can't
Unfortunately,
hear
your
you.
time is up. We'll have to move on.
While they don't have moral consciousness, they are trained.
Your time is up. Your time is up.
Okay.
Now, F2 of Slim now offers the second argument for the affirmative team. You have 4 minutes.
Thank you. Hello everyone, I'm speaker 2 Doina, and speaker 1, my teammate Mary has said, in today's debate on the future of space development, my team firmly believes that autonomous AI and robotic systems offer a superior solution for advancing the process of universalization in space exploration. This system excels in efficiency, longevity, and reduced margin of error, providing numerous benefits that traditional human missions cannot reach. To begin, autonomous AI and robotic systems have a proven track record of outperforming human capabilities in space exploration, as highlighted in a study conducted by the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers and supported by the National Space Research and Development Agency. They can work tirelessly for extended periods, unlike humans, an ability particularly useful in space development, where time is of the essence and delays can be costly. These systems can also withstand extreme temperatures, radiation, and other harsh elements that would be fatal to humans. For example, the Mars rover has been exploring the red planet for over 17 years, surpassing its initial mission duration of just 90 days. And the Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 spacecraft have been operating for over 40 years and are still sending back valuable data from the outer reaches of our solar system. Furthermore, the longevity of AI and robotic systems is a significant advantage in space development. These systems can be designed and built to last for years, even decades, without the need for major maintenance. This is in stark contrast to human missions, where the limited resources and capabilities of space shuttles and spacecraft impose significant restrictions on the length of missions. For example, the International Space Station, which is currently the longest continuously inhabited human mission in space, has been in operation for just over 20 years. In comparison, the aforementioned Voyager spacecraft has been operating for a longer period. Moreover, using AI and robotics in space development greatly reduces the margin of error because they are not prone to fatigue or emotions that can affect decision making. They can also perform calculations quickly and accurately, an ability very important in space development where complex trajectory calculations and orbital mechanics are crucial. For example, the Galileo spacecraft used AI to perform autonomous navigation and trajectory correction maneuvers during its mission to Jupiter, enhancing its ability to explore the planet and its moons. In addition, the use of AI and robots in space development aligns with the principles of universalization by promoting collaboration, sharing knowledge, and expanding access to information. It's exemplified by missions like NASA's Perseverance rover, which landed on Mars in February 2021 and is equipped with AI technology that enables it to make decisions on its own and collect data on distant planets like Mars. Space agencies can share this valuable information with scientists and researchers worldwide. This sharing of data and insights leading to a better understanding of the universe and fostering global cooperation in the pursuit of scientific discovery. In conclusion, the use of AI and robotics in space development offers unparalleled advantages in terms of efficiency, the ability to cooperate continuously in harsh conditions, longevity, reduced margin of error, incredible speed in calculations, and universalization. As we continue to make technological advancements, it is evident that the future of space development lies in the hands of autonomous AI and robotic systems. Thank you.
Thank you too. Let's now hear -2 of Team Capstone in a 2-minute cross-examination. Team Capstone,
Okay.
you may begin the cross-ex.
Okay, thank you. First of all, are you aware that space exploration is not the same as space development, right?
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Okay, so are you also aware that society is more than its economy and efficiency that you promise that AI will bring to humanity, right?
Yes, it will bring humanity and it will create relations between
I'm
people.
sorry, but I didn't ask that. I asked if you are aware that economy is not the only aspect that forms a society.
There is not the only aspect that if we compare AI to
Okay, I
humans,
will have to interrupt that because it was just a yes or no question. Thank you. Um, it was never clear how do you define autonomously. So like, how do you define it? If humans will have an input on this, as your first speaker said, are these AIs really autonomous?
autonomous doesn't mean it has no guidance.
Well, but your first speaker mentioned that it has no human intervention. If a human is guiding it, then it means that it has human intervention.
Well, it does. Humans were the ones that created it, but they are better than humans because humans put all the ideas that they didn't well have. A person doesn't have as many ideas as AI.
Yeah, but like AI is based on a database. Like they cannot like be able to create like new ideas and stuff like that. And even if an algorithm was to be created for that, it's extremely complex because machine learning is one of the hardest disciplines to learn in AI. But I will continue. Okay, so you were mentioning a lot about efficiency and stuff like that. How does this promote universalization?
It promotes universalization because if they are efficient in data storing, they can send these data to humans, and humans can look at it and make new discoveries together. And with
And
universalization, that's what it refers.
okay, I'm sorry, but like, wouldn't that be implying that AI and humans will work together, not autonomously?
Your time
No,
is up. You cannot.
Okay, thank you.
okay, thank you.
Go on anymore. Okay, let's hear from -2 from Team Capstone for your second argument. You're allotted 4 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Hello, fellow judges, moderators, and debaters. I'm Yasaret of Team Capstone, and today I am honored to be the second speaker of the negative team. For our second speech, we have that living space development to autonomous AI and robotic systems wouldn't be the best option since it will provoke the job loss of many people, creating an economic crisis among society, which would also be linked to the breakage of the universalized community since it will provoke the loss of the sense of purpose and belonging in society. First of all, one of the main principles AI was created for was to help and work alongside humans to make their choice easier. We recognize that automation creates more jobs than the ones it can displace. The World Economic Forum in 2020 said that automation can erase around 85 million jobs while creating 97 million new ones. According to an article by the Los Angeles Times, the people who will benefit from this job creation are higher educated workers, while the jobs replaced by automation are occupied by lower educated workers. According to the World Bank, a little over half of the population's salary corresponds to that of the working class, them being most affected by this motion. Be mindful of the fact that it will not be easy to relocate these people into new work environments since creating education for these lower educated workers, education programs for these lower educated workers will take a lot of time before they are successfully implemented. Let's be realistic. We live in a world where we've been dealing with deficiencies in our education system for years. It won't suddenly change, especially not because of automation. At the end of the day, the only thing we are creating is a social breach and causing protests, losing focus on what is truly important to maintain a unified society, the satisfaction of a few or the wellness of the whole community. To add to that, we are talking about 85 million people losing their jobs, causing an economic crisis in society. This will end up harming the community, breaking the sense of importance and unity, hence universalization among it. Evidence for this is given by the International Monetary Fund, which states that around 40% of jobs will be affected by AI and wealth inequality will increase. Also, according to Econometrica in Brazil, the chance of crime increases by around 23% for employees who were displaced by mass layoffs. Supporting this point, the chair of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, Gary Gensler, stated that AI can cause major financial instability in the next decade. To be more specific, the sense of community in a universalized context is mainly based on how the individuals of that community work with each other and the values shared between them. By letting space development be done by autonomous AI and robotic systems, we wouldn't be making the community actively work together in such an important environment as it is space development. We have seen that throughout the history of humanity, people have unified thanks for mutual values and aspirations. According to NASA, we can picture this with historical event that completely changed the course of space exploration and development, the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union, when moon landings were being done not only by machines but also by people. This created a sense of inspiration among people that AI alone wouldn't be able to imitate. When a space advancement was done by one nation, its people felt happy to be called fellow citizens of it. It created a sense of purpose that all members share, which only helped them make their sense of community and belonging stronger. It is important to mention that these are linked with social responsibility, which is also associated with the desire to make things for the improvement of the community. The National Institute of Health states that the sense of belonging to a community is directly related to real performance in society. If it's weak, it can lead to potential mental health issues and antisocial behaviors. AI robotic systems replacing humans in space development is not a great idea since you will be implying that humans don't play an important role in their development to make themselves greater. By this happening, loss of inspiration and lack of purpose will start to surface, complicating cooperation since its members will no longer feel obligated to make things for their community, meaning that social responsibility will be non-existence. This will end up breaking the universal society that was so complicated to build in the first place. Thank you.
Thank you too. Now, Team Slim, please start your 2 minute of a cross-sex to -2 of Team Capstone.
So you mentioned that humans and its presence in space can inspire and unify people. Uh, how do you balance this with the ethical considerations of risking humans' lives when AI could perform the same tasks safely?
Okay, thank you for your question. As we already stated in our first speech, and I also stated in my second speech, we defend the position that AI and humans should work alongside. So by this, you're literally taking the best of both worlds. When you're in space, like you can have life support AI that will help humans protect themselves from like all these negative aspects that you're stating that are in space. So yeah, like basically like AI will help humans survive there by while fostering inspiration and all that stuff.
But what about efficiency? How do you compare the years it takes to train as astronauts versus the relatively short time to develop AI systems?
Okay, so as I stated again, AI and humans will work together. Like humans will not work alone, they will work alongside AI. So they will get the best of both worlds.
But they will not be, humans will not be safe in space, even if they are with some AI with them.
Why wouldn't they be safe if I already stated that AI literally will help humans survive in space? Like they can be configured and programmed so they can be life supports.
Okay, so one last question. Um, for you, you've also mentioned that um, how do you justify the risk and cost of sending humans for tests that AI can manage independently?
Unfortunately, there is no time to answer this question. We have to move forward. Now
Thank
we
you.
need a 2-minute prep time for both teams to prepare their rebuttals.
Till we say goodbye and we close here. I want the debaters to stay in the room so I can say a few words to them.
One
Okay.
prep time.
You want to put it in the chat?
No, I don't want everybody to see it. But she's going to catch them. Because they, in every debate, we've trained them to stay after we say goodbye. But I just want to tell you that.
Okay.
It's just the best debate I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
It's, you know,
Okay, prep time is up. Now, -3 from Team Capstone. Please give us your rebuttal and your 4 minutes of time.
Hello everyone, I am Andrei Prune of Team Capstone and I will be the third speaker of the negative side today. I will offer you the rebuttals of the negative side. During this debate, my teammates have expressed why the status quo needs to be maintained. We first showcased that AI and robotic systems can malfunction and are not reliable. These have been a part of great disasters while working autonomously and thus should not be allowed to work autonomously. Secondly, we presented reasons why humans and AI should work together. With this cooperation and codependence, we will be able to reach the state of universalization. After that, we explained why implementing these AI systems will harm universalization and negatively affect the communities by removing humans from their jobs and causing the loss of the sense of purpose in communities. The first speaker has not defined universalization at all, and they have just barely mentioned this concept. They have not offered no evidence of the dangers of AI mistakes. For example, the Uber self-driving vehicle that killed a woman in Arizona back in March 2018. AI is also biased. For example, in 2019, scientists found that a nationally deployed healthcare algorithm in the USA was racially biased, affecting millions of Americans. The AI was designed to identify which patients would benefit the most from intensive care programs, but it enrolled healthier white patients over sicker black patients. Their definition of autonomous is also too vague. The Merriam-Webster dictionary defines autonomy as self-governing. This cannot happen if humans oversee these robotics and AI systems. No evidence has been brought up for the fact that AI can innovate. Evidence suggests that AI and robotic systems are not able to do that without any human intervention. They mentioned the fact that jobs will be created by automation. What about the jobs that are lost? How will these lower educated workers receive a new job? How will they be able to contribute to the economy by paying taxes? This was not answered. In the cross examination, the first speaker has mentioned that humans will only be able to visit space settlement. Will our ambitions of living in space and exploring the final frontier be lost? Robots have not ha- don't have any sense of a moral compass or the concept of universalization. The affirmative side offers no evidence for what can happen if AI and robots break down. Will they leave more space debris in space, aggravating this issue, or will humans yet again intervene to resolve these breakdowns? They mentioned for the affirmative two speaker, they mentioned the fact that AI are more efficient, but is this really a well enough measure to see effectiveness rather than efficiency? A computer scientist in Auburn University in Alabama says that a 2018 study found that the state-of-the-art AI that would normally correctly identify a school bus right side up failed to do so on a 97% average if the bus was flipped on the other side. They also mentioned the fact that robotic missions last more in space. This is true, we must agree. But all the discoveries made on these missions were made by humans who analyzed the data from here on Earth. In the cross examination, the speaker too said that AI will have human intervention. How will this be any different from what happens today? Will they change the status quo? I don't think so. We can stress enough the fact that they gave no response to the definition of autonomy as being self governing without any input from humans. They also haven't responded to the fact that job loss is a serious threat. We have mentioned that 85 million jobs will be lost from lower educated workers. They will not be able to recoup these jobs. Evidence of case Western Reserve University proves that displaced workers experience a 20% increase in criminal charges. This is not encouraging universalization. Also, a study by Econometrica in Brazil proves that the probability of committing crimes increases on average by 23% for workers displaced by massive layoffs. Each year, federal agencies receive funding from
Your
Congress known
time
as
is up.
budgetary resources. Okay,
I'm
thank you.
sorry, I'll have to stop you and move on. Now, affirmative three of Slim. Now give your 4-minute rebuttal, please.
The esteemed debaters of the negative side have presented some very interesting arguments today. However, I believe that they are underestimating the capabilities of AI and robotic systems. First off, about safety, AI systems offer a level of reliability and consistency that's much higher than human capabilities. AI systems won't have to deal with tiredness, slack, laziness, forgetfulness, or physical limitations like a human would. An AI system would simply not malfunction under stress, leading to more safer missions. For instance, AI algorithms can attentively monitor spacecraft systems, detect problems, and implement corrections all at the same time. Thus, they can prevent potential malfunctions before they can escalate into critical failures. Also, the effectiveness of AI in space development lies in its ability to adapt and evolve rapidly. Unlike traditional human led missions, AI powered systems can continuously learn and improve their performance based on real time data and feedback. AI systems can be trained comparatively quicker than and more in a more economically sustainable way rather than human training, which take years and years of rigorous practice, thus making space more accessible to all by implementing quicker AI. In today's context, AI is even very efficient as computers advance. We can see AI guided SpaceX boosters landing back on Earth. Such a feat would simply not be possible by any human. Training humans for space missions requires years of rigorous preparation, costly equipment, and extensive safety measures. Furthermore, integrating these humans into spacecrafts adds weight, increases fuel consumption, and demands additional testing time and resources. These expenses make space exploration more costly, slower to develop, and thus less aligned with the concept of universalization. In contrast, AI systems offer a more economical and efficient solution as they do not require the additions that humans bring to spacecraft. Also, regarding space debris, human-led missions will have leave the same amount of space debris in case of failures as they use the same propulsion methods. In fact, AI missions might leave less space debris as they do not bring as much weight or resources or the additions that humans bring to spacecraft, as I stated. The negative side also mentioned about the space race. However, I want to mention that this race was not harmonic. It was brutal and toxic competition. It is in consideration that 15 people lost their lives because of this race. How does this align with universalization? Does the opposing side mean that human blood and loss is the way to fuel universalization? While my opponent worries about AI leading to monopolization and hacking, they did not provide any concrete evidence to prove it. Human involvement is equally, if not more, susceptible to these issues. Humans are easily bribed, manipulated, and can act selfishly. They can be driven by greed or emotional blackmail. History is full of examples where human actions have caused conflicts over resources. In contrast, AI operates on set algorithms and is devoid of personal gain or emotional influence, and can be secured against hacking. In fact, AI is so efficient at avoiding getting hacked that is used by corporations like PayPal to check for fraud. By using AI in space development, we mitigate human bias and promote a more ethical approach ensuring in universalization. Lastly, my opponent suggests that human presence in space exploration creates a stronger social bond through inspiring moments. However, AI's ability to collect and possess a vast amount of data and its ability to adapt and operate efficiently in harsh environments is also important. Thus, they can bring in data from otherwise inaccessible parts of the universe, which will automatically result in new discoveries, inspiring us to form communities that will work together to process and brainstorm this new data. AI systems remove the unpredictable human nature from making mistakes and don't put human lives at risk due to space exploration. Is it really worth it to destroy human soul for selfish space development? Is it really worth it to cause emotional instability in the families of astronauts whose lives are at risk? Disregarding this statement would mean that one is marking human souls and lives with a price tag. With this, I would like to end my speech. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we begin a 2-minute prep time for both teams to prepare their summaries. One minute left. Okay, prep time is over. Let's now hear from -4 for the 4-minute capstone summary.
Hello everyone, I'm Adarsh Adhikari of Team Capstone and I'll be sharing the summary. The idea of combining the strengths of both humans and robots in space exploration is not a new concept. It has been explored and discussed by space agencies and experts for many years. One early example of this was the Mars Pathfinder mission in 1997, which sent a rover to Mars to explore the planet's surface. The rover was remotely controlled by humans on Earth, leveraging the strengths of both humans and robots to conduct a successful mission. Nowadays, NASA is one of the leading space agencies that is exploring the use of robots and humans in space exploration. As mentioned previously, NASA's Artemis program is a prime example of this. The program aims to send humans back to the moon by 2024 and establish a sustainable presence on the moon by leveraging the strengths of both humans and robots. One example is Mars 2020 mission, which sent the rover named Perseverance to explore Mars, equipped with advanced instruments. Perseverance collects data and samples for analysis on Earth and tests technologies to support future human missions to Mars. The affirmative side had mentioned that automation can create more jobs than it replaces, but these new jobs require highly educated workers, meaning workers with lower levels of education won't benefit from them, which might lead to mass unemployment. We want to reiterate the evidence. In Brazil, the probability of committing crimes increases on average by 23% for workers displaced by mass layoffs. Laid off workers are not able to pay taxes. This will create a blockage of money and will decrease the budget of government agencies. Both humans and robots are crucial to space exploration. Humans possess cognitive abilities while robots can function in hostile environments. This cooperation is needed for us to explore explore space, live in space settlement, and fulfill our dreams to conquer uh, the final frontier. However, robots are prone to technical failures that can jeopardize mission success, as exemplified by the loss of Mars climate orbiter due to a navigation error caused by software communication issue. Who will be there to fix these issues? In certain critical conditions, decisions have to be made based on the situations in which AI cannot expect it to. Also, situations may arise where emotional perspective plays an important role and where AI fails to contribute. Another very important point is that autonomous AI won't benefit universalization, as it often worsens existing inequalities by being accessible primarily to wealthy nations and corporations, widening the digital divide. Also, AI will create a lot of wealth inequality, and this would end up negatively affecting the senses of belonging, community, and purpose, backed up by the National Institute of Health, making it possible to maintain a universalized community. This impact on the communities can't be neglected as it harms universalizations and divides our communities. Nonetheless, by leveraging the strengths of both humans and robots, space agencies can conduct successful and sustainable space exploration missions. They can also continue to develop new technologies, medical advancements, and international cooperation, as seen with the International Space Station and other collaborative efforts. These points make a strong case for why we should win, and all the points are in our favor. Thank you.
Thank you too. Now, last but not least, we'll hear from Affirmative 4 from Team Slim, who will begin the summary in their 4-minute allotment.
Yes, esteemed judges, throughout this debate there have been presented some really interesting arguments, but throughout my speech I like to present why our arguments, first of all, help universalization and not harm it, and secondly, why at the end of the day we believe that even though on their part of the case of the status quo, our arguments still stand and we still make a case that is very important, especially nowadays. First of all, I'd like to discuss the safety component. Well, the opposition team hasn't really counter-argued since they still send people in space on their side of the house, and the danger still exists. No amount of AI or robotic systems will help those humans when a critical failure happens. And it is very, very difficult to change the public opinion once such an accident happens. And this obviously harms universalization extremely a lot. And as I said, on our side of the house, while yes, we admit AI can fail, but AI can also fail on their side. And while the mistake were on when AI and autonomous AI is used will only cost money, and we can use that knowledge in order to better upgrade our AI systems. On their side, human lives are lost. Human lives that will never be replaced, that will change the public opinion, and it will be very, very difficult to continue a space development program once such a disaster happens. Now, the second argument that I'd like to discuss and that relates to their case is the efficiency. We've proven to you how AI works extremely well in space, far better than humans ever could, since space is an unknown environment for us. And by giving them all the data they have, AI creates a collective database that they can use at any time during a space mission. While on their side, they present it, and that can also help us economically, since we do not have to train as many astronauts. Well, on their side, they said about becoming jobless, but that is clearly an exaggeration. Space development is not the biggest industry in the world nowadays, and even though in the future it will become, what will happen is that the people that make the spacecrafts will still have their jobs, the scientists will still have the jobs. The only difference is that instead of a base control, we will have a large team of AI and machine learning experts that will help us create the best missions possible. So the jobless argument is clearly exaggerated, and I do not believe that it has a place in this debate, since its effects are not as large as the opposition team presents. And now lastly, I'd like to talk about the point that has been brought in the third negative argument, and that was the space debris. And space debris happens on both sides. Space debris can also be from human missions and can also be from satellites. So I do not see how this point happens more on our side than on their side. And as I said, I do not believe that at the end of the day, space development should be performed by both humans and AI. And I stand by the point that our team has made, and that autonomous AI and robotic systems is the best for space development in general, and that a combination of humans and AI will only lead to more problems, and hopefully not, but it could happen, a disaster that will shake the space industry at its core. Thank you very much.
Thank you too, and congratulations, everyone. Judge Siemens, would you like a couple of minutes before you offer your feedback in the winning team? Okay, perfect. Now, debaters, please bring up your cameras and let's have a little discussion while, Judge Siemens adjudicates. I'd like you to consider, like the following thing. You started this journey with the 2024 spUN debate program, and were first made aware of the resolution in February. With a show of hands, just keep your hands up or like a thumbs up, please indicate if you would have supported the AF position of today's resolution.
Those of you who think AF, raise your hand.
Yeah, also you in the audience. Okay, we've got Nabil, Iona, Vivan. Okay, the neg team won't. Okay. Good. Now, please indicate those of you who would support the negative position. Oh my God, there's a lot of people in the audience. Okay, neg team, good. And now, finally, those of you who would be neutral on the support of the resolution. Nobody. Okay. Oh, there is someone there. Awesome. Okay. Now, after your research and team discussions and debating the resolutions, how many of you would change your position of support of the resolution? That is especially for the debaters, because you've done the most research for this. Like now letting go of your role that you have to, support here, like try and be honest with this and see if you would change your position or not. Okay, so nobody. I guess everybody's very sure on their, with the bar that they chose. Doina, are you currently here at the NSS? You're currently here at the NSS International Space Development Conference in Los Angeles, California, where the judge, audience, and moderator and assistants are. Would you share what new information you were able to bring to your team in the last moments of your preparation for today's debate?
Yes, we brought the concept of universalization because my team wasn't so good at supporting this point, and in the last few days, all of us got better arguments that support universalization.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else want to share? Someone who's here as well. Iona, I believe you're here with us as well.
Yeah, actually, I'm on the 8th floor, so hello from up here. Yeah. No, I think, yeah, as I said, it's been a really interesting experience also because I'm traveling a lot to get to the conference and also had to debate. So yeah, it's been a wild ride. But I don't know if I have to make a suggestion or something about it. I don't know. Maybe I know that in the semifinals and in the other matches we had a timer. I can see the live timer. It's just that I was very confused midway through my speech as to how much I was speaking. So yeah, that would be my only thing I have to say. Also, everyone in this match has been wonderful. So hey, see you at the ISDC after the match finishes.
Well, thank you, Iona. Yes, we are delighted to have you as our first representative from Mexico to complete our debate process. Your team had students from India and Romania as well. How did your team, manage with your different time zones?
I think that it was like all about communication. I think that like Capstone like is conformed by a lot of members that are really willing to like debate and share ideas. So I think yeah, like we were like communicating effectively, and yeah, like language was one of the barriers and also the time zones. But I think like yeah, Capstone is the best team, and we did like a really good job like communicating.
Okay. Nabil, how did you manage in your team with your time zones?
Luckily, we do have similar time zones. We did find a time that works for all of us. It was like 1 hour in the day, but it worked very well. And we like kept talking even when we were not very too focused on the debate. We also communicate with each other in other aspects to maybe be closer and understand each other more for our views in the debate. And I think I would not have been any better in any other team. This would have been the best.
We're glad to hear that. Andre, this is your second year of debate with spUN Debate Program. Congratulations. Please tell us your takeaway from your spUN experience, like the whole, 2-year experience.
Yes, this is my second year, and I think the most interesting part that I found is that last year I was in the first time I ever debated, and I learned so much from the others, and I thought, whoa, this year I might help the others who haven't debated or it's their first time, like the my teammates have helped me last year. But it turns out that I have learned the same amount from everyone in this team as I did last year. So I think the biggest takeaway for me is that I can learn stuff about cultures and debate and everything about from anyone, even from the opposing side when we had suggestions from the team members, from the coaches most. And yeah, I think this was an interesting experience because it has enlightened me in a new.
Thank you so much for your words. Now we have Frances to say a few words for us.
Good morning, everyone. I'm the Director of Education for the Space Society, National Space Society, and also the Director of the spUN Debate Program. This is our 7th year of planning and working with people all over the world. And I say people of all ages because we've had students from 14 and up,
and we have coaches and judges from all over the world. Many of our coaches and judges have returned year after year, and because of the topics we have, because of the energy of the debaters and what they bring to the table and seeing the world through their lens, and also with the idea of universalization, which says, let's have everybody come to the table. Let's listen to those different viewpoints. Let's find solutions. And that's what I'm seeing in the teams. I have to say, I believe today this debate was extraordinary. I applaud the debaters. It was remarkable what I have seen. Seeing the increase in confidence as they continue to debate from their practice session on into their debate rounds has been phenomenal. You know, the perseverance of these students is amazing. The responsibility that they've had to juggle so many things, to show up on time, to correspond with their coaches. A lot's happened outside of the coach and debater meetings, and that's what we wanted to happen too. And so as I envision this program, I imagine hands across the world coming together and helping us be ready for the universe ahead. And I just am so thrilled at where we are today and where we can be in the future. We have a wonderful audience here today. There are about 70 people in the room, and we're thrilled to have you here. For your perseverance, also for finding us because we had to relocate. And thank you everyone for your interest and support of the program. Mara?
Well, thank you, Francis, for your words. Judge Simmons, do you have something to tell us? Because we're eager to find out who won.
Good morning. Team Slim and Team Capstone, I agree with the other sentiments that you were both very professional, very prepared. I thought both sides, you did a really good job arguing your points. First with Slim, I made a few of your points really resonated about the idea that AI makes better decisions, less errors. It resonated that you talked about the value of life is greater than the alternative. You hammered efficiency, speed, reliability. I would like to have heard a little more about how AI can improvise. I thought that you particularly challenged the claims about debris and employment. I thought you did a really, you were effective in sort of countering that. With Capstone, I thought, I noticed that you convinced the AF to agree that AI makes mistakes. I thought that was important in the discussion. I agreed and I found it persuasive when you talked about it being a nascent or emerging technology and it's, the bugs aren't all worked out. A really good point about human bias in the system with an example. Another point I thought it was brought out real well was that humans train the AI, so there's some inherent problems or concerns there at least. I also thought you did a better job of trying to convey, and I know the importance of universalization in this conference, so I thought your side did better with universalization. And of course, you had numerous examples of some issues that AI has had with humans here on Earth. So it was a very impressive effort on both sides. In the end, I found the points made around the benefits of humans working with AI more persuasive today. So for this reason, I'm siding with the opposition. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Judge. And thank you everybody for, being a part of this big international family. We're here, debaters, coaches, hosts, moderators, everybody here. It's just amazing how, we got together from different corners of the world and we made this happen. And, it's like a little family, like a little universalization family. So many thanks for that. Congratulations again. Congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to the negative team, and thank you again for making this happen. Debaters, please stay after this is done. Goodbye, everyone.